Whew. I was not ready for this. So this is a bit more of an impromptu video, but I felt the need to bring it to you guys while I was still feeling the effects of what we're going to talk about. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Yes, I'm actually talking about a manga that I just finished. And that being said, I would also highly recommend this manga. Hyaku Nichigo ni Shinu Wani, otherwise known as This Crocodile Will Die in 100 Days. It's a manga made by a guy named Yuki Kikuchi, and he was releasing this on Twitter every day over the course of 100 days. He started it in December 2019, and it just recently ended March 20th of 2020. At first glance, you'll see it and think, what the hell is this? This is a silly, goofy-looking, poorly drawn, crude sort of comic. And that's exactly why it gets you the way that it does. This is green. Crocodiles are green. In all seriousness, the title tells you everything that you really need to know. It's just some goofy comic about a crocodile who is potentially going to die in 100 days. But I think an interesting experiment is to put yourself through the pain and anguish of so many people that were reading this day to day, just trying to see what's going to happen next, because it really is a mundane comic. It was so short, you can actually read it in an afternoon, which I just recently did. It took me maybe 20 minutes to finish the entire manga. It's effectively 100 pages, and each page is about 4 panels, and sometimes there's not even any dialogue. You can get a lot of the story visually, which I really do appreciate, but of course, if you want that Dark Souls 2 level of lore, then you're gonna have to actually get a translated version, which I'm going to link below because honestly, you need to read this. In some panels, he simply is picking up a can and throwing it in the trash. Other panels, he's at work and he's kind of swooning over the woman that he loves. But ultimately, it's just some guy living his life. And what it does is it constantly shows you how valuable your time is. And despite whether or not you know that you're going to die, and this crocodile has no idea of anything going to happen, and there's really nothing that pre-tells this. I won't tell you what happens, because a lot of people didn't know what to expect. I myself thought maybe things were going to change, who knows, maybe they were going to just give you a gotcha moment at the end. Some people thought that the whole cast was going to die, and some people just thought, yeah, he's gonna die. It's really not about the end goal, it's about the journey to that. And this series just, it gets you. Because it's just people living their lives, going and getting food together, making friends, strengthening their friendships, and just living life despite whether or not they're wasting their time or not. They're doing things that they think is right. And goodness, it's just so damn charming. To me, what I think I treasure the most about this is that in a very simple format, it made me feel and empathize for a character that I didn't know anything about. I just knew that this crocodile, Wani-kun, had lofty ambitions. He was a normal guy and he didn't really know where he was going in life. And I think a lot of people can identify with that. And he's also just kind of cute because he's really dopey looking. It made me seriously lose it. Like partway through, I started to think, what if he dies at the end? I fell in love with this goofy crocodile. I didn't want to see him die. I watched him work. I watched him try to get the girl that he was so into, his lofty ambitions of trying to become a pro gamer, all this goofy stuff. And I was reading through, and at one point I saw somebody comment like, nothing happens in this manga. What's the point of it? That's exactly the point. You're just led to constantly see what may happen. You might think one episode he's going to get told by a doctor, you have a disease and you're going to die. That doesn't happen. That's the only spoiler I'll give you. He just continues to live his life. And then the 100th volume, so far as I can tell, is the end of it. Oh, and as if that wasn't enough, they decide to also make a very cute little music video that highlights a lot of the stuff that happens in the comic. And it was something else that just accompanied with the songs made me lose my mind again. So yeah, I absolutely highly recommend this. This seriously just broke my heart. I cried. As demeaning as it is to say, this silly little comic brought me to tears. I think it was about page 60 when I started to realize what's going to happen. I don't know, but I'm so invested in this little goofy character. Despite nothing happening, I'm rooting for him. I want him to be happy. You see this normal person and you project yourself into them. And it's amazing. So much so that the people of Japan were absolutely brought to their knees waiting for the conclusion. And now that it's over, there's been a pop-up shop in Loft, as well as all kinds of stuff going on. There's going to be an anime film adaptation. There's actually going to be a paperback, like manga version of it coming out as well in April. So it's definitely doing its work. It entertained a lot of people. And personally, I love this crocodile. Especially as someone who's been playing a lot of Animal Crossing lately, I have a higher affinity for animals than usual, and I already really do love animals, so that just made the pain that much more. I was constantly worried and wondering what might happen. And the only way to find out is to read it, so don't skip to the end. You need to sit through the whole ride for it to really make sense. And that's all I gotta say. I want some of that merch. I love this goofy crocodile, and if you're locked in and you need something to read, this is a great way to spend 20 minutes, if that. Thank you so much for watching. What do you guys think? Are you gonna go check this out? Are you gonna read it? If you did, let me know. And if you're going to, let me know too in the comments. Like the video if you liked it. I'm gonna link something on the screen for you guys to check out. This was a very random and impromptu video. I was feeling very emotional from this story, so I wanted to bring it to you guys because I was not gonna wait till Weeaboo Wednesday. See you guys! And seriously, live your life as if it could end in 100 days. See ya.